So before we begin today, before we get this episode kicked off, I would just like to I want to bring something to light here.
Yeah.
That sword has the worst handle I think I have ever seen. Like the bottom of your hand is going to be all over the blue globe. There is no room to hold that thing.
I mean, if it's strictly for ornamentation, it's gorgeous.
Sure.
But
it's Final Fantasy, not Final Realism, Richard.
I'd like a little bit of realism in the fact that there's a sweet new sword that I can use, but I have to be able to actually use it. I don't have like gnome hands.
You could have gnome hands.
I could have.
This is the display version of the sword.
Or maybe this is the sword for one of those tiny mages. Like maybe this is like a ritual focus for them.
Maybe the graphics for this game are so good that's the icon for sword.
Whoa.
You got me there. On that note, oh lord, what was my save? This is the latest one.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, baby, that's
the one.
Yep, I have a bard.
We were off to the Antlion's Den?
Yeah, I already looted the castle, right?
I believe so.
Okay. Well, so we'll assume I was smart and I did that already.
It was a while ago.
So yeah, with the hovercraft, you can go over these little shoals here. If you go all the way this way... Alright, we can't go there. Well, I mean, we can go there, but we can't do anything there yet.
We'll come back to you
Yeah,
later.
let's not.
You are relevant for another part of the game. So something you could do if you wanted, you could level Edward up. There's not a lot of point.
Oh my gosh, he looks so sad when you said that.
Oh, the bride-to-be did just die. He's probably sad anyways.
His sprite's in permanent mourning. And I like this dungeon a lot. Not just because it makes Edward actually feel semi-useful with the sleep mechanic on his bow.
Yeah.
But because it's just big enough to start to encourage you to explore a little bit, and it's not quite as linear as the previous one was.
Right.
But not so big that you're overwhelmed.
Yeah, it's a couple of rooms. There's plenty of chests to roam around. If you feel like, clearing the dungeon, there's, goodies for you to find.
Which I always clear the dungeon. You guys know me.
Aww.
Get out of here. Yeah, this is a great place to use the ice rod as an item.
Go under the bridge.
Oh. Sometimes it just doesn't register with me that we're playing the older version because then I see it say Cure 1 potion.
Right.
Right.
And I'm not ready
it
for
kind
it.
of throws me off every time, too.
Cream.
In a wide room with curtains.
Let's try lightning. See how that goes. I don't remember how Sing works in this edition.
Nor do I.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Matter?
There's only one way to find out.
Oh. Another level.
Wait, did he gain 2 already?
No.
Now he gained 1. Alright, so we've gotten 400 gold so far. Neat.
And I guess the only hang up here is that Rydia's your healer by default.
Yeah, there was so I wanted to mention this before, but I didn't get a chance to. There were mechanics for each of these characters that were sort of taken out of this version of the game.
Right.
Does that mean it worked?
I think that's...
It did not work.
Yeah. Although, doesn't his weapon have to sleep? Or no, the one we find in here has sleep.
And the one we find in here has charm.
Charm.
This one does
Has
have sleep.
Yeah. That's the one nice thing about Edward is his weapons have those status effect chance on hit.
Yeah, the problem with this game is it's like before a lot of indicators were given to Final Fantasy games, so you're not sure when it works.
Right.
But that's
Until
okay.
you actually see the results, yeah.
Right. As I was saying, like a bunch of mechanics got taken out of this version of the game. So like Edward should have a 5th mechanic called Salve, which lets him use an item on the entire party at once.
Mm-hmm.
So that would have made him a really good healer.
Yes.
Just use all those Cure 1 potions you've got.
Um,
Rydia has everything that she's meant to have.
Right. Well, she had to because she was, all casting.
Yeah.
And
And then
Cecil had Dark.
yeah, he had a skill called Dark, which sacrificed a bit of his own HP to do an AoE darkness attack on everybody.
Classic Dark Knight stuff.
Hey!
Oh,
Indicator.
Hey,
sweet.
okay.
well, in that case, get in there. Your name is Weeper. Your profession is to cry about it.
Ooh. Level for the big guy, too.
Nice. So, come on.
Final Fantasy.
Yep. As I was trying to say, so Rydia has everything that she already has. We haven't gotten Rosa yet. Tella, however, there was one thing missing. I forget what it was called. It's not...
Recall, maybe?
Yeah, it's Recall, which lets him cast a random spell. Like any random spell except for one in the whole game.
Right. Yeah, so he had Recall. What did Yang have besides Punch and Kick?
Who? We're not there yet.
Oh, yeah. My bad.
I already went
That guy we'll meet soon.
Spoilers.
Spoils. But yeah, I'll go over because I think he only has one of his mechanics, and he should have 3 extras or 2 extras.
Yeah. We mentioned a little earlier, can the imps in here drop the special spell item?
So as far as the special summoning items that we mentioned before, any imp type, any cockatrice type, any mind flayer type, any bomb type, they can all drop it.
Okay.
Throughout the entire game. So yeah, if you wanted to, you could stay in this dungeon farming those imps if you really wanted to. I don't know why you would. The spells are terrible.
Yeah.
But if you're going for a completionist game, go right ahead.
That is one of the, I guess, frustrating things about this game. There's a lot of hidden items on very low drop rate tables.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, there are. Some of them more annoying than others. Who's here? Oh, hey. Special appearance by AD Defense.
He's not the only one.
She's not the only one.
Whole gang's in the room right now.
Hi, guys. Hi. Yeah, some of the items are more annoying to get than others. There's one at the very end of the game where you can trade it for the best armor in the game, and it's like ridiculously good.
Some of the drops you have to spend like your life farming.
Yeah.
If you're unlucky like me.
Yeah. Now, I mean, Dan will be playing at the time, but I'll mention what they are when they're pertinent.
Yeah.
They'll come up eventually.
A couple of them, I think, are actually worth the time because the drop rates aren't that terrible, and they're really useful.
Are you gonna like farm for some of them off screen?
No.
I think we had enough of our off-screen farming when we tried to level up all the weapons in Secret of Mana.
Yeah, we didn't even finish that because, oh my gods.
Yeah.
It took a long time.
The survivors would envy the dead.
Yeah, like, for those of you who have gone through the game and accomplished that, I salute you. You are a stronger man or woman than I. Congratulations.
We had to plan out who's gonna come over when to farm some of the levels and the.
Dude, it was a mess.
It was so much planning.
Ooh, this looks like a special chest.
It is.
Aha!
That's that
There it
aforementioned
is.
charm item.
Yeah.
So yeah, Dreamer puts them to sleep. Charm. Oh, I could put a bow on him. I'm not going to, but I could.
Yeah.
So doubles his attack power. Not that matters. Charm does exactly what you think it would.
And save those arrows for Rosa anyway.
Oh. Is there any point to doing this?
It looks cool.
It does look cool.
Gets you over to this side.
Which has nothing. Yeah,
Oh,
so
we still
there's-
have to go up to get the one in the previous room.
Yeah, no, I will. You think you're playing with an amateur here? Because I'm totally an amateur. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Okay, buddy. You wouldn't have played this game if you didn't know exactly what you were doing.
That's a fair point.
Oh, it's our turtle now.
Well, let's see if we can get the turtle to do something.
Do the thing.
Come on, turtle. Here we go, turtle. Here we go.
Okay. All right. Well, still do the thing on yourself then. Yeah.
Got him.
I'm out!
Turtle doesn't listen. Turtle goes out on his own terms. Oh my goodness.
The encounter rate in here has been
brutal.
Yeah.
Absolutely brutal. Alright, then we'll do one of these.
I mean, at least level 1 elemental magic's cheap to cast.
Cheap and good enough to take out a field of these things. Because if it wasn't, that would be terrible.
Everything is lit. The official motto for casting Lit 1.
Uh-huh.
That's the thing I feel like for the older Final Fantasies. Like, I think in the newer remakes, like the DS version of this game was not nearly as bad with the encounter rate. But when I went back to replay Final Fantasy VI even, it's so bad before you get the Moogle item.
Yeah.
Oh, Google Charm.
Yeah, it's just
was
so
that the first?
bad.
Was the Moogle Charm the first time in a game where you had a
A way out.
yeah, like a way to just not have random battles?
I want to say 5 did.
You might be right, but I don't remember what the item would have been.
Right.
Yeah, I can't think of it.
I'll go back and I'll check and I'll throw an info box in.
Hi, Dan. I see you down there.
Can we talk about her strategically placed arms?
Yeah, that's classic Final Fantasy
Yeah.
with the
That's-
sprite design.
that's-
The censoring without having
Yoshitaka
to...
Amano to a T. That's kind of what he does.
Right.
Classy censoring.
Well, the best part of it is, like, he'll do it himself in the artwork, and then the in the U.S. releases, they'll just go a little bit farther. Like, they'll just make the clothes a little more, you know, modest when they redo the sprite a second time. Really just the slight tweaks.
Yeah. We see you, though.
Alright, Basilisk. I feel like Basilisk is too strong of a monster name to be fighting at this level of a dungeon.
I think his eyes to pupil ratio expresses an appropriate amount of fear.
It's like the reverse of it. If you look into the Basilisk's eyes, it dies. Oh, come on. Nah, this is alright.
I was gonna say.
Oh, funny, with the few levels he's gained, Edward is now faster than Rydia.
Double miss. Excellent.
I mean, it's good that he is. Yeah, for the chance to charm.
Yeah? Alright, let's see if we can go for 2 for 2. Come on, buddy. I believe in you.
Turtle, turtle.
Yes!
He did it.
Rage quitting at its finest.
Attaboy.
Rage turtle. Alright, was there anything up here?
Yeah.
Oh.
This.
And what have we here?
9 wizards.
Or 2 more of these guys. Who are supposedly really susceptible to charm.
Yeah? Well, I mean, some of the they have to make some of the monsters in here susceptible to the thing they just gave you. Oh.
Right.
He's out
Crits.
early.
He's like, I know where this is going.
It's like one of the swords Cecil gets later. There's a bird that's like 100% weak to the status effect.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think it's the next sword he gets.
Yeah, it's pretty early.
Yeah, the
And
next,
it's
the
so
next town.
juicy for farming.
Oh, yeah. The next town we go to, he gets it, I'm pretty sure.
Is that a tent opportunity?
That is a tent opportunity.
It's like, did these birds beat you up early on? Well, I got the solution for you.
I know there's like at least one save room later in the game that has a hidden one, and it's got a pretty good item in it, if I remember. Oh, I remember which one it is.
That's a ways ahead, yeah.
Yeah.
That tent wasn't perfectly centered on that safe spot.
I mean, I'm sorry.
Anger the
S
Audubon
for
Society.
sorry. But the sprites are.
Alright, so let's go ahead and save up.
And shall we go antlion hunting?
I think this is a good time to go antlion hunting.
I think we should find an antlion and or hunt it.